Dear Mooji, my 11-year-old son, Shyam, died recently. He was a spiritual person and had viewed your YouTube clips and followed your instructions posted on YouTube with success. He also listened to some of your YouTube clips just before passing away. I feel that I did not really know him and feel an urge in me to be united and complete with him. I often get the question, who or what was he? Is it important or relevant to know this anyway? Is there a spiritual link between a family, parents, children, relatives? Why do some die so young and some live to a ripe old age? Is there anything I can do for him on his spiritual journey? It is not enough to say thank you for sharing with us. Satish. So this child was a spiritually very evolved being, I would have to say like that. To have had that attraction at that age and somehow being able to contemplate and stay with it even just before passing away. He's watching these YouTube clips. And I feel I did not really know him. It's true, you don't know him, nobody can know him. I feel an urge in me to be united and complete with him. And then you have to find yourself like he is finding himself. Only the one who has realized the truth will understand what is the pure state. Nobody can know it. You read it in 100 books, it will not be your direct or intimate experience, you see. I often get the question, who or what was he? He is pure consciousness searching through this instrument of this body and this bodily existence for the pure reflection of the self. And then you ask, is it important or relevant to know this anyway? I'm telling you him, no. Is there a spiritual link between a family? Not necessarily. Or you can say, I can say yes also, there's a spiritual link between all the families, all the beings, that we are the same self in a kind of journey of a human existence to try and discover our innate being. I cannot put it in higher terms than that. But are you, by the very fact of being a family, are strongly linked spiritually? Not necessarily. Sometimes your family can be totally in the way of your spirituality, and you don't feel any link at all. Sometimes you have to get away from them. Some families, they have a much deeper connection. And one person go out and find the truth and come back and the whole family follow that person and become the truth. Then this is something very rare, very beautiful. And we have seen expressions of this even in our satsangs. We find like that. Why do some die so young and some live to... Well, these questions... It doesn't really mean anything. Some beings, they come, they have a little bit of work to do. They need the body for a little bit of work. So they come in with a body and they finish their work quickly, they go back to their perfection. Some is taking many bodies and they're still fooling around. And even ripe old age, they're still stupid. And there's some beings, very young children, you can see, I'm reading these letters from some children, and they're already established in the pure state of being. So who can determine these things? Our life is not measured in years. From the spiritual perspective, our life is not measured by years, but by spiritual maturity. And there are some sages that were sages at 8 years old. Some were traveling around India, 8-10-year-old child, challenging, well-known authorities with just pure wisdom, like this. So the age is a very small measurement. It's a very minuscule measurement about, of life or the quality of life or so on. Some people say this person died, so young. They died died too early. My own son passed away when he was 23 years old. And people say, oh, he died too young. I said, no, he died exactly on time. He died exactly when he's meant to die. By the will of God, it is like that. It's we who want the people to live for so many years. Some people, they are trying to kill themselves. They can't manage it. Some people are trying to kill themselves every day. They can't manage it. Every time they do something stupid, somebody discovers them and they get saved. And they get very angry. Why you keep saving me? I want to finish it. But the life says, no, you're not ready. It's not to finish now. I know some people like this who have done it. Jump out of 5-story buildings and stuff like that, and drop in the back of some truck and didn't accomplish their intention. And yeah. And then there's some people, eating the best vegetarian food and dropping off. And then finally you ask, is there anything I can do for him on his spiritual journey? You can say thank you. And, may my own light shine bright like you. And thank you for being with us. And triggering this inspiration for truth in us, or something like this. I feel like this is a good way of showing gratitude rather than remorse. I feel somehow, Satish, I read this letter from you, I feel so much joy. And I'm sure this joy is coming from the words you write about your own son. To know that there are beings who come again into this bodily existence, and they come with such light as a testimony to the supreme source. So I'm very happy, and I hope from these words that I am sharing with you that you find again your joy, that somehow a being like your son came to be in your family. It's very good.